I mean, the answer that I get a lot of times, everybody a leader. We all leaders. Um, you know, shit, when you go to work, we all not leaders. When you join a team, we all not leaders. When you join the army, we all not leaders. When you're in the classroom, everybody not the teacher. But when it come to God, y'all, now it's mighty funny out of everything in life. I say it's order, and that's why it's so important about the law. You know, the law. You can't do a law without order. It's law and order. Like it's like the words they go together. They might sound different, but they go together. I'm from America. You got law, you got order. You can't have one without the other. You can't have one without the other. You talk like you from Baton Rouge. I am from Baton Rouge. But so this law that's being fulfilled is the order that nobody is fulfilling in the earth. God's law is not being fulfilled in the earth. So I don't care. Like I say, I was reading in Corinthians, like, we are not sent out to preach with words. Your fascinating words don't have nothing to do with the law and order and the truth of God. It has nothing to do. So no matter what fancy words you can speak, if it ain't in law and order, then it's out. And that's why this truth is so simple. Matter of fact, I think that's what I started the video off with. A little part of what I read in 1 Corinthians about the foolishness and the foolish gospel. Because right now the gospel I speak, y'all, is foolish. That's why I always tell people about they was ashamed of the gospel. When they asked Peter, was you with Christ? Peter was like, nah, I wasn't with Christ. But why did Peter say that? Because of what Christ was saying. Being ashamed of the gospel. Because the gospel is foolishness in this world. The gospel is a foolish gospel. You know, but being ashamed of the gospel, I'm finna read to show you how it was a foolish gospel to this world. It's foolishness. Because why? The Greeks, I don't talk good enough. I ain't go to Harvard, I ain't graduate from Princeton. Shit, I used to have problem pronouncing my own name. So we go to 1 Corinthians, y'all. What I read first? Did I read? Yeah, 1 Corinthians. And we're going to jump to verse 17. We're going to jump to verse 17, y'all. And it says, for Christ sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words. Like I say, so we talking about principles. We're talking about law and order. Law and order. That's what we're talking about. That we get all this facade and all this like in the sky, all this all like I say, all the hocus pocus, all the feelings, the emotions. See, your wisdom that a lot of people carry, because you didn't, and then I'm gonna get more into it. It says, not with the wisdom of words. People don't know how deep that is. Least the cross of Christ should be made of none effect. We forget that symbolism that's on hospitals. What was going to bring us healing? The serpent on the pole. Because it was going to remove everything that got us tripping. Everything that got us in darkness. Everything that got us what? Not seeing. See, if your wisdom not removing the stumbling blocks, it's just adding the most stumbling blocks, you then what? You killing the people. You making it hard for them. So it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. So to talk about this, to those who what? Don't have life, it's foolishness. Just foolishness. That's why don't nobody want to talk it. Even the Bible says people are going to talk this till it get lifted up. Even Peter didn't do it. Just think of knowing who Christ is, but you still won't speak out for him. That's what Peter did. Peter knew who he was, but Peter didn't say nothing. Why? A shame. So it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but to us which are saved, it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. So how the wisdom of the wise going to be destroyed? What's got to happen? Then somebody that looked foolish was going to have the truth. And those that looked wise was not. I don't know what other way to put it. Somebody that looked foolish was going to have the truth. He might was going to have tattoos. He might was going to stutter. He might was going to be smoking weed. He might was going to be sitting with the drunkards. He might was going to be coming from the ghetto. He might not look like you thought he might not look. Because the people you thought had wisdom, remember what you think, don't have it. So God gave it to a donkey. But if a literal donkey started talking, you would know it was God. But the donkey is talking. Don't nobody know it's God though. Okay. So it says, it's written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. I think we need to look up that word prudent, because we don't use that word in the ghetto. I ain't looking up the earlier. But I'm gonna look up that word prudent. Because we don't use that kind of term in the ghetto. So we're gonna look the word up and we're gonna see what prudent is. And we're gonna put the slang on there. We're gonna put the Hebrew language on it. Let's see what it means to be prudent. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. So you stunned. That's what prudent means. You stunned. It's like you understand the scriptures, but you really don't. You stunned. You ain't got no understanding, so what's going to be taken from you because you stunned. They got a second definition? They got a second definition. In management or practice affairs marked by circumcision. What is somebody studying? Verse 20. It says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. So the wisdom of the world caused you not to know. I told you, in my awakening, I didn't know nothing. That's my greatest asset. At first I thought I was behind. When I looked at all the people and what they knew, I'm like, damn, they know about stuff 2,000 years ago. How the hell they know that? I was fascinated to see people who look like me and could speak so fluent about things that I'm like, how the hell? Like, damn, they weren't teaching that in high school. I ain't pay attention, but I ain't that ain't. So you hear these things, I'm like, I'm behind, man. But really, I was ahead. I was ahead of the game by not knowing nothing. It just told you the wisdom of the world. What it stopped you from knowing? So why should I need the wisdom of the world? I never needed it. But in my first awakening, I thought I needed it. So yeah, I had to dip and dab in. I had my journey, so I had to, David put it on, then he shook it off. Or Big Crick say, when you get it out the mud, you come up with some leeches. That just come with it. I'm in the mud. So it says, for after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So a foolish preaching gonna save the people? We talking about formulas. We want to talk science. We want to talk astrology. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just having a conversation that's going to rule the nation. I'm not talking astrology, but we can talk astrology. I'm not talking numerology, but we can talk numerology. That's why I don't have a speech. I have a conversation that be like, he just talking. No, this the conversation that's going to rule the nations. Let me read again. Verse 21, 1 Corinthians chapter 1. It says, for after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. The foolish preaching, huh? See, why do you have tattoos? The law speak against that. Remember, brother, I'm coming from the dead. I was given life by the Spirit. So like I say, man, if you're not past that understanding of what this truly is about, you just got to sit back and stay on your side, bro. I know you don't believe, so but it will be revealed to you. So the foolishness, they go to foolishness again. What people think this foolish. Christ on social media, talking. No, but this is not just a talk. It's not just a talk, y'all. You got to understand. And that's why I say this whole Bible was about the talk of God. It's when God started talking. That's what the Bible about. When God started talking. God ain't talking. The devil been talking. That's why nobody know God. According to wisdom, you don't know. Everybody think they know, though. But in reality, you don't know. So it says, for the Jews require a sign. And y'all know who the real Jews is. They're the ones that crucified Jesus. The Jewish people don't even talk to me. When we was in New York, we was trying to run down the Jews. They wouldn't say nothing. We tried to speak to them, they started running. So these Jews are my brothers and sisters that come. Do a sign. I think a sister just asked me, matter of fact, let me read the comment. It's on here. Somebody asked me to heal them from a tumor. Shit, Dr. Sabi did that. See, Dr. Sabi did his job. I'm doing my job. So God already sent somebody to heal tumors. Did you listen to him? You following the diet? You drinking his teas? Then come talk to me. You say, I have chest tumor. Can you heal me? See, somebody said they got chest tumor. Dr. Sabi already put the blueprint out. You know, but I'm doing what Dr. Sabi didn't do. And see, that's what people, like I say, your mind, your thoughts, everybody in their thoughts, they think they know. They think that, and see, that's what the lie does. That's why they call the lie bread with yeast. You got bread, if you get bread without yeast, it's heavy and it's solid and it's thick. You get bread with yeast, it's long, it's fluffy, and it's light. So it's a look-alike. The lie look like the truth, but when you actually grab it and take hold, it ain't solid. It's light and fluffy. It's puffed up. That's why the prune, the stunners, the prune men, they are stunners. They stun. Man, my brothers and sisters know I ain't stunned. Like, people tell me this. Oh, damn, you serious, huh? Oh, you stunned, huh? Yeah, that's what people can feel. And that's why I say when it comes to what's really going on, this really the leaders. That's why they call them for the rocks and mountains to fall on them and hide them from the majesty. When I read these prophecies, we gotta understand this is actually what's going on. It's literally what's going on. So the Jews want a sign, y'all. Turn wine and water, walk on water, do all these things. And the Greeks want wisdom. Now, I was saying earlier, Greeks are just people who went to college. That's what Greeks are not dealing with a skin color. This book is our book. I'm talking to the Jews and the Jews that became Greeks. They pledged. Now they're part of the fraternities and all these organizations that come from Babylon, the lie, you are part of. So when someone talking to you, if they don't have what? Certain qualifications, you know they lying. According to your fraternities and what you have pledged to. So now you are a Greek. Our people. Many of our people are Greeks. I'm going to say it again. Many of our people are Greeks. How many of our people went to college and pledged? How many of our people part of an AKA and sororities? How many? How many people that look like me are part of sororities? Don't they go to the Greek show? Ain't it a Greek fraternity? So you think if I go talk to some AKAs right now, and I get to stuttering and get to reading them in front of them and can't pronounce a word, what they gonna look at me like? If y'all don't get this foolishness from out of here? So it says, but we preach Christ crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. It's foolishness. They go their foolishness again. It don't go with what you pledge. And y'all know when we tell our brothers and sisters that ain't pledged, they get to tripping hard. It's a stumbling block. So it says, unto them which are called both Jews and Greeks, Christ, the power of God and the wisdom of God. The book is the wisdom of God. I guess Paul lying. I know a lot of people don't like Paul. So Paul lying. Christ ain't the wisdom. The book, the wisdom. Church, the pastor. See what I'm saying? So all that will be the word of wisdom that we all caught up in, because shit, who talked to Christ? That's what I asked you. Who talked to Christ? Can nobody tell the truth? So I guess the book tells the truth. Let every man be a liar. That's the end of class. Let every man be a liar, and let's talk to Christ. Let's find him. It ain't me? Well, shit, let's find him. I'll help you. You know what state he in? You know anybody that's a candidate? Let's go holler at him. See, these are man talks that everybody don't get the crawfishing on. But we turn on the news, we getting killed. We getting pushed around. We getting locked up. We complaining. We crying. And we ain't moving? And people come on here and tell me, well, I don't know. You don't know if we struggling? Just the struggle should make you come forth. But what the struggle making us do? We get views and likes off our people. We get paid. We setting up platforms to talk about our struggle. Hear me out. We setting up platforms to talk about the struggle. We're not setting up platforms to set up meetings to move forward. We setting up platforms to talk about the struggle and benefit off the struggle. And we want to talk about. That's why I say some stuff y'all like, I thought I'd never say about our people. And I still won't say it because I love my people. But damn, some stuff would be like, God, man, because y'all, that's one of the things that you could say that had to wake you up, because the certain stuff that was being done to us and being put on social media, still to this day, it made you sit back like, well, damn. Okay, we said slavery was over with. Okay. Well, we see shit. That ain't really so. Then they go to court. On top of they do it, they go to court. So this should have set out a certain kind of fire and be like, okay, well, what you want to do is like this. Well, damn, do you want us here? Is it ours? Can we get it back? Where do we go? What do we do? Do we retaliate? Do we pick up guns? See, these are questions that we should have asked back in 15, 14, 13. Like, these are questions like, what should we do? Peace. What should we do? And we've been watching this for 10 years plus. And all we had was conversation. No movement yet. So what kind of leaders do we have? My thoughts on fringes is Hobby Lobby getting paid. Hobby Lobby getting rich. So when you think about our leaders, y'all, now these leaders got platforms. These leaders I'm talking about people with support. I don't have support. Most of everything I do on my own. I got a few people that support me. But since I've been doing this on my own. and a few that's been around. But I'm talking about leaders with all kind of support, organizations, support from the government, all these things they got. And they ain't put nothing together. They just been sat back talking about what? Our struggle. Now people talk about Christ consciousness. That's not what a shepherd look at the sheep and do. The shepherd don't watch the sheep get slaughtered. The shepherd don't talk about the sheep getting slaughtered. The shepherd even move the sheep or go defeat the destroyer. You got two options as a shepherd. That's why people say Christ consciousness. I don't see Christ consciousness. Because it's two Christ consciousness things. Either you gonna move the sheep, because Christ just wasn't a teacher, Christ a shepherd. The great shepherd at that. So you gonna move the sheep ain't moved. We're in the same spot getting slaughtered. And the people still slaughtering us. So the Christ consciousness ain't defeated the people that's destroying us. So where's the Christ consciousness? We just talk and say, that's why I say it reach heaven. Because in 1930, everybody didn't have Christ consciousness. People wasn't walking around in 1930 saying, we all Christ consciousness. So Great Babylon just kind of creeped in our midst, huh? The mystery of the Great Babylon just popped up out of nowhere. Now everybody Christ consciousness. That's a great Babel. That's a great Babel. To say everybody Christ consciousness? Oh man, what? That's where we at. So now the foolishness. Because I told y'all I ain't know nothing. And I ain't go to no school, but the same schools y'all went to. So what happened? What did I have to learn? What did I have to do? Fulfill the law. Me fulfilling the law of God made me more righteous than any teacher of God. Say what? I didn't come to what? Do away with the prophets. I didn't come to remove the law. That's a fulfillment. And if you fulfill the law, then that kept you in the righteousness of God. I'm on the right side. Remember that, the right. So verse 25 it say, because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, now that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. It's not going to be many noble men that's going to be called. It's not going to be many mighty men. And it's not going to be men that's after the flesh, after their own mind. After their own way. You got to take off your shoes, this holy ground. That's what it means, take off your shoes. We don't care where you done walk. This holy ground. You ain't walked on holy ground before. If you did, you would have told the world like I did. So it says, but God had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and the base things of the world, and the things which are despised, God had chosen, and things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him are ye in Christ Jesus, who God has made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. You know how people say, man, I've been doing this for 20 years. That's not why you're supposed to get glory. No matter how many years you've been, where the Lord at? You've been studying the Bible for 20 years, and what? You done traveled around the world, and what? Where the Lord at? If you're talking about God, where's the Lord? Either you him or you know where he at. We all in the rabbit hole, y'all. Who God pulled out first? Who came out of the womb first? Can we find them? Because they got an old saying, numbers don't lie. So, y'all ever heard numbers lie? Have numbers. Now, words can tell you lies. Numbers can't. Think about it. Words can be very deceiving. Numbers can't. What number one at? I ain't say what Jesus was. I ain't say what Yahshua was. Shit, I ain't even say what Yahju was. What number one at? So you say number one, you can't lie. When you use all these different names, people get confused. They don't know what to look for Jesus. They don't know what Yahshua look like now. Now they don't know what Yahudah. They got all these names. Jesus, Yahweh. See, all that's confusing. What number one at? Start with number one. Numbers don't lie. That's what it means. Numbers don't lie. It's not really about. See, that's why I say we're taking shit, all these nursery rhymes, and and ran with them. So I'm gonna kind of keep going, y'all, because for conversation purposes. So we won't get quiet. So verse 2, y'all. Chapter 2, 1 Corinthians. It says, "And I, brethren, when I came to you, I came not with excellence of speech, nor of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God." Now everybody talking about what they feelings. We're talking about the testimony, y'all. Something that you can test and it'll pass every example. Or I'm trying to see what the correct, I didn't know what correct was, but it'll pass every, I didn't want to say pass every test, but it says, "For I determined not to know anything among you save Jesus Christ and him crucified." There goes that crucifixion again. There goes that serpent on the pole. So we don't understand why the cross and the teachings of the cross was significant according to the prophecy. We just know his story. We just know the story they told us about the cross. So when we hear the cross, we hear his story. I'm telling to you our story. See, our story when it comes to the cross is very significant when it comes to the prophecy of God. It has nothing to do with ancient times. But when we hear it, we get caught up with ancient times and then throw it off. Studio. Yes, ma'am. So 1 Corinthians chapter 2, y'all. We're in verse 3. "And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man wisdom." Not with enticing words.
Because when you telling the truth, words don't matter, y'all. Words don't matter when you telling the truth. That's why the truth is going, it can go anywhere. That's why it's going to reach the four corners. So it says, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power. Now, y'all, when you got power, we electrify. You know, power is dealing with electricity. You know that, huh? You can't turn on nothing without power. When they cut your power off, your light's off. So if people would really had the word of God, they'll have the power to electrify the people. They wouldn't say Jesus gonna come and do it. So they not speaking in the power of the Spirit. Come on, no. Why you think they hide from me? Why you think they throw dirt on my name? Why you think all these traps being set? Well, I just can't simply just give me a platform. And if I'm lying, then I'm lying. Sign a petition. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you to sign a petition. It'll help you know if I'm fake or not. Well, let me see if you're real. I'm gonna sign a petition. Let me see if can he do it. When you're scared to give somebody a chance, that means they got a lot of potential. And then what they say about us, that's why they won't give black people a chance, because they know they give black people a chance. We're gonna go. So what it is with me? You won't give me a chance because I got a lot of potential? Oh, I'm lying. That's why you won't give me a chance. No, the people that's lying, they give chances to them. So it says whoever got the power is gonna electrify us. You can't, like I said, that's why it's Babel. So it says, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which God ordained before the world unto our glory. Now, what was hidden, y'all? God and the Son. Nobody knew. Shit, not even me. Nobody knew. Nobody knows the Son but God. It didn't say nobody knows the Son but the Son. It say didn't know. Catch the words. Nobody knows the Son but God. Remember, because the Son got to become the Father. The Son don't know that till it's told to him by the Father. So nobody knows. It's hidden. And those that speak this speak something that's not in the world. How could it be in the world if it comes from the invisible? This is why this is said. They say, but we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery. What's the mystery? The Son. Nobody knows how the Son became the Father. That's like nobody knows how sperm turned into flesh. It's magical. It's magical. But we don't look at that as magic no more. Nah, that's just nobody knows. It's shown, you see it, but that's magical. So it's the same thing with the Father and the Son. Nobody knows. It's a mystery. And those who speak it, they speak the mystery. It say even hidden wisdom. Why is it hidden? Nobody knows where it's coming from. Unless it's what? Revealed. It say which God ordained before the world unto our glory. But this is for what? Our glory and God's glory. This is how God gonna be glorified. Where you get it from, God? You gotta understand when you work for a certain company or That's like Nike received glory because LeBron wore Nike. Jordan wore Nike, so Nike received the glory. So what God children gonna do? They gonna wear God. What God gonna receive? The glory. Why we make this hard, y'all? That's how God, which is invisible, received the glory. That's why the garments was taken away from us, because what? We didn't want to walk in the glory. So God said, my name is not going to be in vain, so I'm going to take it away from you. And I'm going to wait until another generation comes. And I'm going to give it to that generation that's worthy. And they're going to receive my glory. Then what? God going to be glorified. This is the way God works, y'all. Verse 8, it says, which none of the princes of the world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Ooh, we close it. Class over, y'all. Packing books up. Let's go on. It says none of the princes knew. It says what? Forgive them, Father. They do not know what they do. They don't know they're talking to the Son of God. It says if they knew, they would not have crucified me. If they knew, they would not have crucified me. So it says, which none of the princes of the world knew. They didn't know me and they didn't know God. I just read in the first verse, what stopped them from knowing God? The wisdom of the world. They ain't taught to Christ. So what wisdom they got? Worldly wisdom. And everybody carry with you. Unless you filled up with the bread, you gotta hear me good. You gotta be filled up. I ain't talking about just take a bite off. You gotta eat the whole loaf. You can't leave no crumbs. If you leave some crumbs, you ain't got it yet. Do you leave crumbs on your favorite plate? On your favorite dish, do you leave crumbs? So how you gonna leave crumbs when you gonna eat the bread from heaven? It ain't good. So it means, guess what? You ain't got it. But when you got it, you're gonna eat up everything. You ain't gonna leave no crumbs. That's how you gonna know you got the truth. And if you ain't did that yet, you ain't got this truth. I promise you, you don't. So it says because they didn't know God and they didn't know the Son, they rejected God and crucified the Son. You don't reject me, you reject the one that sent me. But you crucify me. Now you reject the one that sent me, which is God, and you crucify me. So by you not knowing the God and you don't know the Son, you do foolish things. I got a precept for that. It just popped up in my mind. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. This is one of my favorite. I like reading this, y'all. Because like I say, y'all, I'm here to bring understanding in the day, y'all. Like I say, I'm here for freedom. I'm not here for, I'm not really here for a position. I didn't ask for the position. Trust me, I didn't. But I'm doing this for freedom, and I get real, since, like I said, once you know the truth, you're able to bring up calmness and you're able to be patient. When you have a certain knowing, you just know. But when so I done learned, how to cope with a lot of things. But man, it's a shaking of the head. Serious, the condition we in and the roles we still playing. But we're in Ecclesiastes 5. This is the foolish things people do. Because why? They don't know God and they don't know the Son. So you don't know God and you don't know who the one God gonna send. So it says in Ecclesiastes 5:5-1, it says, keep thy foot when thou art going into the house of God. Now, the house is not going to be temples made with man's hand. God don't dwell in that. Where God going to dwell? God going to choose the house. God going to choose the land, the house, the blueprint, the area. God going to do all those things. And wherever God chose, that's where you got to go. See, this is, like I say, this is 101. This is the elementary teachings. This 101. That will be God's house, the temple not made with man's hands. It should be a vessel. So when you go there, keep thy foot in your mouth. Why? Let's keep going. It says, and be more ready to hear. So God's house got a mouth. Whatever vessel God is housing, it got a mouth. It ain't in the grave. It ain't in the sky. It has a mouth. And you're going to be able to stand in front, what? That house. So the instructions is be ready to hear, then what? And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Now, why they don't consider? They don't know God and they don't know the Son. We always must remember that. Nobody knows the Son but God. Not even the Son. We got to always remember that. So if you don't know who the Son is, you don't know who God gonna choose, then what's the best thing for you to do? Just close your mouth. But what we've been taught to do, the Hebrews telling you, go out and show the people the transgressions. I thought Christ supposed to show us our transgressions. And then other people can go out and, because if somebody's showing you transgressions, well then who showed them their transgressions? Oh, they studied the book, but they telling you. Let's go back and read now. So when you go to the house of God, keep thy foot in thy mouth and be ready to hear, because you're going to get a sacrifice of a fool. It says, be not rash with thy mouth. So why would you be standing in front of the house of God being rash with your mouth? Why would you be doing those things? Why would you be in front of the house of God being rash with your mouth? Because you don't know who the Son is. You don't know who God is. So you're going to be talking crazy. Because let's go back to where I'm reading this precept, y'all. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 2. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 2. 2 and 8. It says, which none of the princes of the world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. They didn't know. So it says, for they consider not that they do evil. Is it not evil to go against God? Nah, that ain't evil. That ain't evil to go against God. Nah, come on now, y'all. That's one of the most evil things to go against, huh? It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God. So it's the instruction telling you don't be uttering things before God, but you're not going to know you before God. So you're going to be uttering things. They didn't know. I'm just a nigga with tattoos. TikTok gonna ban me, y'all. It threw me off. So it says, and let not thy heart be, I'm gonna get off that subject, and be not hasty to utter anything before God, for God is in heaven and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. Okay, let's go back, y'all. I read the precept. So it says, verse 9, it says, but as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. Read that verse again, y'all. It says, but it is written, the eyes have not seen. So it didn't happen 2,000 years ago, y'all. Nor the ear heard. So Jesus ain't speak 2,000 years ago, y'all. Ain't nobody heard it. Neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God had prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yea, the deep things of God. Now, we'll take this verse and run with it. Oh, the Spirit told me. The Spirit don't talk without a vessel. That's why God got a firstborn, y'all. God is the Spirit. God is the Spirit. God is Spirit. We must worship God in spirit and truth. So if the Spirit revealed anything to you, it's going to be in a house. If the Spirit revealed anything to you, it was in a house. Now, God does operate in dreams and visions. Dreams and visions do come to people. But if the deep things of God is revealed, it's revealed by the vessel. Because people take the Spirit and they run with it. Everybody got the Spirit now. So it says, for what man knoweth the things of man, save the Spirit of man which is in him? Even so, the things of God knoweth no man, but the Spirit of God. So why would it say know a man but the Spirit? So whoever had the Spirit was going to know. It says, now we receive not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God, which things also we speak, not in words which man wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Ghost teach, comparing spiritual things with spirit. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who had known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. So y'all, we dealing with simply law and order. I don't know how much we can stress that enough. Now, as we can see, this law is becoming brighter and brighter and brighter. The law. Because people can actually hear the truth. You talking about stars, aliens, the moon. We don't never go there. Nobody in the ghetto go up there in the stars. Nobody. The children in the ghetto never stop going outside. So they always been under the sun. The sun ain't did nothing for them. So I guess it's true. Looking at the sun don't pay. I guess we is waiting on Judgment Day. I guess we is waiting on, because looking at the sun don't pay. So, like I say, it's these things, y'all, this law, like I say, is becoming bright. It's becoming the real brightness of the earth. The law. The law of God. So any questions, y'all? Any questions, man? A lot of these leaders, y'all, like I say, man, it's crazy to be a leader and say another leader is coming out the sky. That like that's beginning to be lame, man. I think the thing really about it, it's almost like shock. Because a lot of people, it's like you being woke up out of a dream, and you can't really get out of bed. Like I was always saying, like, we woke, our eyes open, but we ain't got out of bed. You ain't brush your teeth, you ain't wash your face, you ain't put your clothes on. So guess what? You ain't coming outside, but your eyes open. See, our eyes open, but we still in the bed. Yeah, we not asleep no more. But you still like dead people, because what? You ain't got out the bed. It's a new day. The sun on the rise, the birds singing. Don't nobody want to get up, though. The rooster crowing, don't nobody want to get up. Don't nobody want to get up. So some people wake up and they lay in the bed. And that's kind of where we at. Because y'all, this movement is not going to happen without us. Ain't nobody coming, y'all. Ain't nobody coming. Nobody came for us when we left. So we don't even understand we got to do it. We don't really understand that yet. We don't understand that yet, y'all. Y'all don't, and that's how I know, y'all, like I said, we dealing with, we're still dealing with a lot of agents, a lot of people is working for the other side. This facts. They not working for God. They don't care about us. They can give a damn. And just like that. Now it's a few of them that might not know they're working for the other side because of the lie. The lie has made them hard to see the truth. And like I say, we got so much to say, but we don't want to do nothing. And people always say what to do. You got to tell the truth. We must all walk in the truth together. We can't say, I don't know. No, it ain't about, because if you got talents, they ain't got nothing to do with the truth. Your talents can help the truth. Everybody got different talents. Everybody good at different things. But it's one truth. Ain't no such thing as I'm good at the truth. That ain't no such thing. You're going to have a nation with a different truth. You got a nation with different talents. Peace. So right now, we got to understand the truth is one. And we can understand, we gonna only walk it. And that's why this one truth is bringing so much shame to people. Because they have brought shame to the truth. They brought shame to God. They bringing what? Destruction to us. So truth gonna bring shame. You kill by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. Your sword is your tongue. So you talking and you killing people with your mouth, then what the truth gonna do you? It gonna kill you. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't. I forgot y'all. I'm on TikTok. TikTok censored me, so I gotta. So again, not in a violent way. I'm not saying, but because like I say, this is a Hebrew language. That's why I say the shepherd leads the sheep to the slaughterhouse. So when you slaughter somebody, what you doing? But we're not speaking of a slaughter as we talking physical violence. We don't fight with flesh and blood. We're not fighting with flesh and blood. Y'all, so like I said, man, that's the first thing we must do. The reason why people know the truth, because I spoke it boldly. I spoke it with confidence. That's the first change of our nation, is knowing the truth. Brother, sister, you must know. You gotta know this. Because this is what you was told. Just like you can't run away from what you was told. Well, you can't run away from what? What you need. You can't run away from what you need. Don't refuse what you need and the truth. Don't refuse it. You need it. You got to have it. You got to have it, y'all. It's like money. So, like I say, once you understand these things, like I say, y'all, this is not about. A lot of people get caught up with their feelings because of the lie. The lie puts you in your feelings. Because let's think about it like this, y'all. Who told you knew? Why do you think you know? Why know some of something and not know all? Why know some but not all? That's like somebody finna tell you a story. Oh, you watching a movie, right? And guess what? Right before the end of the movie, everything get cut off. Do you now know the movie? Or the first thing I'll say, yeah, man, man, I don't know, I really don't know what happened. But we saying what happened without the ending without seeing the end. We saying what happened. Who told you that? The lie. Yeah, Dr. Sabi, and they have herbalists that can heal your tumor. I would definitely tell you to drink herbal teas, change your diet. I don't know how strong your condition is. You might need to see an herbalist, or you might need to change your diet. That's the best way to shrink a tumor. If you have something, like I said, if it's real bad, you got to go into a stricter diet, stricter raw diet. There's 11 souls here. You are hurting. Yeah. That's why you got a username. You won't even show your face. Y'all, so man, like I say, y'all, the wisdom of the world is written. The wisdom of the world stop you from knowing God. Because that's why I say the whole point of the book is to show shit. You're gonna talk to Christ and Christ gonna reveal God. But now Christ already revealed God, but we read the book to find God. Christ already revealed God, but yet we read the book to what? Find God. We going to church to deal with God. What church Christ was a part of? What church Christ was a part of, y'all? Peace. What church? So y'all, like I say, man, like I said, I do lives like this to let us know, y'all. Like I said, our leaders. So you say, if Christ the church, why are we going to church? Why are we setting up camps? Why are we setting up organizations? Something wrong. Because I always ask, what organization Christ gonna choose? When Christ cracked the sky, so they say, what organization Christ gonna go to first? Because that's the one I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of the organization Christ choose first. So what organization Christ gonna choose first? That's the one I'm gonna join. Can anybody reveal that to me? Because you might have me a part of an organization, and Christ might not choose the organization. So I wasted what? All my time. A bunch of dead works that didn't do nothing. Because when Christ showed up, he didn't even choose the organization. And I went in the streets. I told people to join this organization. I got people to join. But Christ didn't even choose the organization that I joined. Have anybody ever thought of that, y'all? Have anybody ever thought about, well, damn, man, Christ might get to my organization last. And then by the time Christ gets to my organization, Christ might already have his people. So I won't even be able to get the roll with Christ. Have anybody ever thought about that when they join their organizations? These are questions, y'all, you gotta ask yourself. Want the Spirit won, Bobby? You're using Haile Selassie flag behind you. Oh shit. Whenever he tell you to be a part of it. So that's what I'm saying. So why do we have all these churches and pastors and teachers when Christ gonna do the choosing? That's like certain stuff, man. Like I said, it proves, like I say, I'm just here to prove every man a liar. That's how I'm gonna defeat the devil. So I tell the truth to help people understand the lie so they can be set free. The more people we set free, the more we can build a nation. We can't build a nation without our people. America ain't gonna hold up without the people. He like, oh, America's so strong. Shit, we here. We doing everything America say. That's why America what America is. Now America play a lot of tricks. America told a lot of lies. But shit, the lie they told, we love it. We say we don't, but prove it. People get false gain, false knowledge. Let's see. I'm not talking to you, bad slave, bro. Anybody that worship dead people, man, like I say, I'm way past having conversation with people who want to worship somebody in the grave. And then at the same time, you say Haile Selassie grandson is the king, but then you worship Haile Selassie. That's that conversation ain't for me, brother. I'm So basically, y'all, we got to pick a leader. So I'm calling out to the country community. Show me the leader. And when you show him to me, I want to sit down with him. If he's a leader, he should have time to sit down with me. Or any other leader. So, can anybody do that, y'all? You know, I asked this before, but you know, I don't get no answers. But can y'all put them in the comments for me? Anybody got a leader? They want to recommend? Anybody got a leader they want to recommend for y'all Jew to go sit down and talk to? You know. And it's crazy. Why you can't talk to none of the leaders? None of the leaders got an open platform. None of our leaders got an open platform where the people can talk to them. I've been proclaiming Christ for 7 years with open platforms, answering questions. I answer so many questions. Shit, I already know what people gonna ask me. It was one point I was available every day for the questions. I'm still damn near available every day for questions, but I'm just tired of the small talk. Some shit just get old. But why none of our leaders got an open platform where you can talk to them? I got one. Most of the time, I gotta beg for questions. You can't even question your leaders. Why we can't question our leaders? Why? None of them have an open platform. Mine always open. Because it's the truth. Why theirs not open? They don't have the truth. No. And I'm not just talking about the Illuminati and all. I'm talking about a lot of people understand first we have to take care of our people. Once we change our people, then we change. But I'm still waiting for that somebody to put one leader in the comments. I think the cliff is much too high to fly from. I like the riddle. But somebody put a leader, y'all. Who our leader is? We ain't got one, huh? That's messed up, y'all. We ain't got 5 leaders right now. You mean to tell me all this struggling we'd have been through? All the colleges, we ain't got one leader, y'all? Nobody, we can't name no leader. We ain't got no leaders. Y'all pay attention, y'all. We ain't got nobody can put, I can't talk to none of these leaders. How you reach them? How you reach them? I'm sorry, YouTube. I know I really don't be getting to y'all messages.
and say, do you think you know he's not the Messiah? Oh, you talking to him? Nah, that's a clown, man. A lot of these y'all, like I said, I've been doing this for a while, man. A lot of these dudes, y'all, they think because I come on here and I proclaim these things, they can do it. It look easy. You know, like I say, but they don't know half of the stuff behind the scenes. You know, they don't know behind the scenes work. They don't know what truly go on behind the scenes. What does the highest say? You know, so I'm lost. You come on, you follow me on my platform to tell me I'm lost, and you don't never have a platform. So there's one thing about me, when I go check other people about something, I can tear them down, I can build them up. And I'm also doing my own thing. You know, and I'm not trying to mostly, I'm bringing more correction, but a fool hates correction. See, one thing about being a man, you know, as a real man, when you really become the understanding of the higher self, as the conscious community would say, correction is what you should want. But the lie teaches us to not seek correction. The lie teaches us to stunt like we know. You know how when you say you lie to yourself so long, you believe the lie? So you stunt so much, now when correction come, what? You really believe, you know. Carl McKenzie. Hello? Carl? I don't know. I had somebody come up on TikTok, but I'm finna kick them down. I ain't saying nothing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear you no more. You went back on mute. But now I had somebody, sounds like a metaphor. I had somebody come on. How you get rid of them?
Yeah, I was just saying I could hear you on all other platforms. I thought you said hello.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Now you know, y'all. It's simply, it's the truth is every man a liar. That's the truth. That's the truth that's gonna help you see the truth. Every man a liar. So you can understand you don't know. Because what have you found to say you know?
Now, what I know is what I have fulfilled and what I'm going to fulfill. And the only time I can be proven wrong if I fall short of what I say I'm doing. The only way you can prove me wrong. That's why the truth was going to come from the fulfillment and not from the knowledge and wisdom. The truth comes from the fulfillment, not from knowledge and wisdom, y'all. So what I'm doing is the fulfillment. That's why I'm talking the truth. If you claim the anointed one, you should have out of the Most High word for us. You know, man, everybody always have their own, vain imagination. Like I say, cast out vain imaginations. And like I say, these are the basic principles we don't do when we come to God's house. We keep, well, we gonna be like, nah, you gotta throw something away. You don't really want to be like, nah, I'm gonna keep that when you really don't need it, throw it away. You don't need it, throw it away. But some people don't throw it away. And it blocks their hearing and they seeing of what they really need to see and do. And that's tell the truth. And you can't tell the truth really like you need to until you eat the whole bread. The whole loaf. You got to eat the whole loaf. The topic is unity, man. We're on here for unity. What I really been on here for, what I started this for. But shit. I had to fight my brothers for sneaking me in the back. You say, I believe in good and bad and the truth. I ain't never heard that one before. I believe in good, bad, and the truth. I get what you're saying, but I just don't. I'm trying to catch until what you are saying. I have a YouTube also, y'all. Yaju Judah is my YouTube. I got a Facebook. I have a lot of stuff on there. If you really want to come unite. Community means community. It's a spiritual everything. I got a website, yajujudah.com. Check out the website. Connect with us, y'all. If you got organizations, like I say, you got talents, you got a way you can push the truth, contact us. If you know hosts, what I say, platform, where we could be guests upon, to reach other people, connect with other people, set stuff up in other states. Y'all, we really need to be making moves right now. Like I say, the moves gonna be made regardless, but it's just the invitation. This just the invitation. And it's crazy how many people don't accept the invitation. For the wedding. So y'all, if you got it, holler at us. We got a website. Until then, y'all stay of good courage and speak boldly. You all have? Well, yeah. Contact me on yajujudah.com and we can speak more and see what can we do. That's what we're about, moving. A lot of people want to stand still. Don't nobody want to move. Let's move. We got a movement going. Peace, peace.
You know, so
y'all jujudah.com. Y'all put it in the comments for Nelly. TikTok, and we got any family member on there, y'all put it on TikTok and YouTube. Put y'all jujudah.com in the comments. Well, yeah, sis, you need to get me on now. You know, we can put something together. You know, like I said, just you know, y'all, we got to lift the truth up. Mm-hmm. The devil don't take a day off. You know. So we got to start using what we have to push the truth. Your words offend me. Well, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. So I'm not angry at nobody. I don't even know. I haven't even been. I got 4 other platforms going, or 3 other platforms going. So I'm not talking directly to you. I'm speaking to whoever the hat fits. You know, I'm not just directly talking to you. You know, I have other platforms going. Yeah, I don't even know you. Yeah, I don't but you know, like I say, y'all, we don't like a lot of people is doing this for fame. This become a fame. You know, some people wake up to come on camera and talk. I don't give a damn about, man. We all whistle freedom and justice. This is purpose. I keep telling y'all this purpose. Like, I know it might look like a lot of other people, y'all, but this is purpose. This is not no just coming on camera. Oh, let's have a clubhouse today. Let me just get on Bigo today. Oh, let me turn on TikTok. That ain't this for purpose. Purpose. So everything is a calculated step. With me, everything is a calculated step. So, but as you can see, likes, views can make people what? Be driven to do it for a like. And we said, what we doing it for? I'm doing it for the gram. We're not doing it for God. We're doing it for the gram. We're doing it for social media. We're doing it to be seen. When everything we doing, we supposed to be doing for God. Because what I'm doing, it is for us at the same time, but it's for God. Because of what I do, not what I say. You know, we always say, you know, I can understand someone asking me, how do I know? But we also know God was going to be well pleased in someone. See, at the same time, we ask the question, but we'll negate the facts. So God was also going to be well pleased of someone. This is the one I'm well pleased in. So where is the one that God is well pleased in? So somebody God is well pleased in. We won't miss you. Don't let the doorknob hit you. Y'all, I do have my YouTube up, so I don't really have too much. So yeah, y'all. Unity. I asked where the leaders. I can't get in touch with none of them, y'all. Y'all don't think that's strange? Like I said, y'all, all the struggle, y'all, I don't know, y'all know we can't name our leaders. If you ask us where our leader at, we gonna say we don't know. Literally, that's what I don't know. I see a few people who think they leaders, but I don't see no shepherds. I see people who think they teaching. But where the people that open up the gates? Where the people that's setting us free? I don't know if I'm blind and shit. Open my eyes. That's what I'm open. That's why I have open platforms. Open my eyes. If I'm blind, show me if I don't know. You know, these are things I tell people, but nobody can show me. Nobody can show me. You know, y'all, so like I said, it come to a point, man, you know, that's why the law and order, like I said, it was going to become bright. It was going to become the light of the world, the law and order of God. I hope we can finally see why. Because just proving you out of order, get rid of all of the dogma, you might have to sit there to listen to see if they lying or not. See, you might have to watch them for about a month. Some people, and then, damn, I knew something was wrong with them, but I finally caught it. So you can have for surety. But now you can be for sure in the split of seconds. Hey, bro, what order you in? Well, you ain't of God. Because the law has been fulfilled. So these things are being revealed to quicken it in the spirit so change can come. Sam Cooke said it, y'all. Change gonna come. That's a very interesting documentary, y'all, Sam Cooke. Very, very interesting documentary. Very, very principled man. I didn't, you know, a lot of people take, like I said, I know my generation might take his story not for what it really was, but just show you like how, like I say, y'all, these are great leaders who we needed, and they broke them down. They broke him down. I'm talking about not just Sam Cooke. And a lot of people like Sam Cooke, they killed. But you talk about like Muhammad Ali. I think at Sam Cooke they had Muhammad Ali, Akeem Abdul-Jabbar, Jim Brown, Mike Tyson. All these people was talking about liberation. Get LeBron. Get Kyrie. They can't come together and talk about liberation. They get suspended. Kyrie made one comment. He got suspended. Do we see what's going on? But now we on here talking. We setting a podcast to talk about it. Are we not intelligent to form nothing? We not intelligent to I don't know how the hell we think change gonna come. Do we really? That's why I tell you so many people really believe Christ gonna come back one day. That's in everybody's heart. Cause why? It was told to you was a baby. So it's like, that's why I say you gotta know a truth to fulfill that void. Cause Christ in everybody. It's almost like God used the lie so you can see the truth. Because when somebody come talking about Christ, you got to give an ear. Because why? Ever since a child, you done heard about it. They done made moves about it. So now when somebody talking about Christ, you be like, well, damn, Christ, Lord. Now, you might not have enough intelligence enough to say, man, let me sit my ass down and kind of listen. You might not have that, which you should, but it's like the lie just all over the world. That's what they want. And see, that's what the lie have taken away from us. We got to do the work, y'all. I had to do what I'm saying. I had to do these things. I couldn't just say, oh yeah, let's read the scriptures. I didn't say let's read the scriptures. So we have to build our nation. So that means we have to purify ourselves. We have to make the sacrifices. We got to pull forth the work. We got to bring the encouragement. I don't understand how we did that yet. How? Why we got all these teachers with no movement? Just think about how many teachers we got. See, like I said, just imagine if we support one movement. If all us supporting one movement, that's for us. The movement strong, and the people that supporting it strong. Because everybody what? And with one, it's almost like you got to understand the power of one. Nothing moves up in numbers without one. One is a powerful number. That's why everybody want to be it. 13 don't become 13 without one. It got to have the one first. 2 don't become 12 without one. Every number needs the one. 15, the one come first. So when 5 change, it changed because of the one. When 2, 3, 4, 5, because of the one. So the support of the one God. You got the Catholics millions of dollars. You got Christian, millions of dollars. You got Muslim, millions of dollars. And then you got the spiritual, the tarot card readers, millions of dollars. You take all that out, and all that go to that one God. We ain't talking about, like I said, we ain't talking about taxes. We just talking about religion. See, we got religion and then we got the government. But the crooked government is using religion to rule. But I'm not understanding religion is the government. You govern by religion. Everybody is driven by the thought of the fear of the unknown. Every human being on this earth. You fear the unknown. Because when a hurricane comes, have you ever seen somebody stand in front of the hurricane and say, let me stop this hurricane? So that's all like lightning and thunder, and that's let you know, man, they got some power off this motherfucker, and like, yeah, I gotta be in some kind of submission to it. The normal person, like, they got some power out here. When you hear thundering, lightning, all these things, like I say, that's out of human hands, you realize I got something I gotta submit to. I might not know what it is, but I know it's something that I need to submit to. Because I don't have that power. That's why when the police pull you over, you submit. Everybody in the world, or you gonna have consequences. It's one or the other. But you don't have the power and the authority the police officer has, so you got to submit to power. Everybody submits to power. It's a basic principle. So when you get to run off at the mouth and say, I don't submit to power, you're a damn lie. It's consequences, or you submit. So right now, it's the power of God that we all should be under submission to. And that was the manifestation and fulfillment of the law that revealed the power of God, the crucifixion. And this is where we at. And if the power don't make you what? Put the fear to bring submission, then what? It's consequences. It's how life go, y'all. And like I say, this is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. So do I have any questions, y'all? I know I don't. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Nobody came up. Unity, y'all. Unity. Everybody should be like, well, brother, what you know, where you want to unify at, man? What state you want to meet in? You know, what we need to talk about? So who got to do it, y'all? Just us. The many are called, the few are chosen. Just us. Y'all, anything, it took a small group of people. It took a small group of people to conquer the world. It took a small group of people to conquer the world. But now it's going to take Christ to come out the sky to restore righteousness back in the earth. That's what it's going to take. The sky to crack. No, I don't want to talk to you. It's gonna take the sky to crack for change to come, huh? Come on now, y'all. We gotta stop it, y'all. That's madness. That's madness. So we're going to change the world. We're going to judge the world. We're going to set the world back into what? The rightful order. And we're going to do it in what? The name of God. Because the name has finally been revealed. I'm here, but can you face me? I'm talking about unity and you want to face me, huh? I'm talking about unity and I'm the real Jesus Christ. I know you. I know you lying. I love y'all from Ethiopia. Salute, salute, peace, peace. We'll be there soon, man. We're really trying to put this thing together, man, and encourage our people to really stand up, you know. Like I said, and really stay of good courage and speak this truth. We don't understand what it's doing to the world and what effect it's really having. A lot of people don't see the inner effect. That's why I'm just a living witness of what speaking the truth boldly does. What effect? How much it brings change, unity, correction, real proof, quickness, understanding. If you really bought the truth, then you have no problem winning. Oh yeah, you know, the television. When the revolution is not televised. Who is this man? Oh, he got his name, the real Jesus Christ. Y'all want to hear some madness right quick before I get off here? How you let him up? I let him up. Yeah. We're gonna hear from the real Jesus Christ, y'all.
It is very nice to finally meet you.
Okay, greetings.
So, in 2020, when there were so many people dying, they didn't know where to bury the body, I was homeless. And at that time, I met and spent time with God. I have hundreds of videos on my page telling of my journey.
Okay, this is happening in 2020?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I was from Buffalo, New York, and God brought me 8 hours to New York City. I've been living in New York City ever since.
Okay, but in 2020, I was buying a new set of tires because of my old ones that I had worn out.
So why would you say I seek your knowledge? What would make you say those things? Because for evidently, how long you been watching me?
I've been watching you for a while. When I first was introduced to TikTok and got on it, one of the people that follow you is who I started seeing and listening to. And I tried to tell him of my journey, and it sounded as if he believed me and understood me. But then, as I told him who I was, he told me, no, you are not him. I know who he is. And he spoke your name. And we began talking. It is not for me to judge you or say that God has not came to you, because if God has come to me, then why could he not have come to you? It is real. God is real. And so he has came to you. And it is for me to believe that I am not of myself. I do not stand as one. I believe that God made branches of us. God made branches of Jesus, that I hold my side and you hold your end. That Jesus has been broken up into different disciples, if you wish to call us, or prophets, or however you call yourself.
Well, brother man, what brother man?
God spoke to literally and taught me what he called the truth. I didn't know that was what it was at that time, but it is. And I do not wish to take away from your knowledge. I just wish to add to it if possible.
Well, brother man, that's one thing I was just speaking on before you came on, is the order, the law and order of God. And the law and order of God is what separate the wisdom of the world that stops you from knowing God. Because anybody can say God talked to them, right? Anybody can actually say these things. Anybody can proclaim, oh man, God talked to me and told me this. But
yes, anybody can say it.
You're right. But see, but that's what I'm saying. But everybody can't say they in the order, because the order is to be with Christ. Christ was the firstborn from the dead to restore the order back to God. Christ is, and that is why the scriptures say, let every man be a liar. Because if you had people just coming to you saying they talk to God, the scriptures say,
let every man be what?
Let every man be a liar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every man
is
a liar. Is that what you're trying to say on this planet?
Every man. Because God was going to be speaking through Christ. And if man was going to speak, man was going to reveal who Christ is. It say man can't prophesy or pray with his head covered. The head of every man is Christ. So if man was going to prophesy on behalf of God, you must reveal the Christ. This is the order for God. Now, if you can't reveal that Christ, then you don't have the ability to prophesy. And see, this is the law and order of God. But nobody is keeping this law.
My brother, I'm trying to tell you, in 2020, God came to me and taught me the truth, and also told me and taught me that I was Jesus Christ reincarnated into this time. I do not wish to be him. I do not ask to be him. And I've done everything that God has told me that I needed to do. But I do not understand how you're trying to say that I am inside of everybody else. God is inside of you. You are searching for what you're trying to listen. God made himself in images. He made copies of himself. You are literally a copy of God. You are a version of God. You got to understand that everything that is within you comes from God. Every trait that you hold comes from God. Every word that we say came directly from God. God created not only this earth, but everything in it. He is not only in churches. He is not only in synagogues.
Hey, brother man. Hey, brother.
He is in your house.
Brother
God
man.
is in clubs. God is everywhere.
Brother
God
man.
is in every place.
Brother man.
Yes.
God don't dwell in temples made with man's hands.
God don't, excuse me?
God does not dwell in temples made with man's hands.
So are you trying to tell me that there is a place that you can go for which God does not own? God does not dwell in it. If you walk into this place, you will be blinded to God's sight. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Brother,
There is a place that
the
people
scripture,
can go.
brother man, the scripture says God does not dwell in temples made with man's hands. This
Well,
is
you
what.
see, I'm trying to tell you. I know I didn't learn from scriptures. I was never even a very religious man. I am just a good son to my father. I don't understand it. I mean, listen. He taught me that he brought the Bibles out, but the devil corrupted it. Do you understand that there has been an entity on this planet? When they were making the Bibles, there was also an entity standing next to them.
Brother man, the entity is those that tell lies. Because right now, you saying God taught you something when God is spirit, for one thing. So God will enter you and make you know. Brother, hold up.
I speak of the creator.
Brother, listen. Hold on, brother. Hold on, hey, hold on, brother man. You can't keep just running off. So I want to ask you this. Did you hear the spirit speak, or did the spirit enter you?
It must have entered me in order to speak.
I don't know. Let us know. You saying
I heard a voice that wasn't mine. I was homeless. And as you know, that people get homeless, they get mental diseases. And so I thought I was going crazy. I've been homeless.
Okay, well, slow down. Brother, you got to slow down so we can get some understanding. Because you bringing this to us, so we trying to see what you're talking about.
Yes.
So, you say the spirit spoke as a voice, as a human voice?
Yes, there was a voice in me. Yes.
Oh, it was a voice in you, so you heard a voice with your mind. So it's like a dream. It's like you was asleep, but you heard somebody talking.
Yes, I heard a voice. There was a voice
and
speaking.
And what did the voice say? And what did the voice say?
The beginning, the first things you saying that the voice was told me?
Yeah, well, wait, what? How did the voice confirm to you that you was who you say you are?
Oh, well, that was. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is a very long story.
Oh no. Please sum it up very, very. Just a few simple words.
A few simple words. The voice came to me when I asked a question that was out of the norm, which was, I can't understand why we have to work on this planet. Then that is the first time the voice spoke, which is by saying, because this planet was flooded, and when the land was brought up, half the land was still in the ocean. Therefore, people on this planet are working with only half a world of minerals. And that is why we must work, because we are in a competition to maintain half a world of minerals. That was the first thing that this voice began telling me. Because, as you know, once I heard that, of course, I would ask the question of, why was there a flood? And that is when he spoke on Jesus. Because God only got mad at this planet one time, when they killed his only begotten son.
Okay, and so, brother man, okay.
The Bible have also been corrupted because they
all right. But okay. So did you come from the sky, or are you the reincarnated version of the one that died 2,000 years ago? You the reincarnated version?
I was born in 1970. God at that time, when I was 6 months old, stripped me away from my real parents and put me into a foster home. I was adopted by a white family at 5 years old, and at 15 years
I know,
old,
I know, but that's,
me back.
I know, but that's what I would actually. I was like, are you the reincarnated version? Because I heard you say something about reincarnation. Are you the reincarnated version of the one 2,000 years ago, the one you talked about that got crucified?
The exact, yes.
Oh, you the exact one.
Yes. I only say that because I thought that maybe the spirit of Jesus had entered me, and that was what God was talking about, until I told God that nobody is believing me. And God told me, if they don't believe you, then tell them, why are you eating the body of Christ when every statue, medallion, and the necklace that shows Christ may have a different face or race, but they all have the same body?
Okay,
Therefore,
okay. So I want to ask you
because
this.
the same body, we all know that is the body of Christ.
So look, I want to ask you this then. Do you have any witnesses?
Yes. I have many witnesses. I was homeless in the streets of New York City. God not only spoke to me, but miracles have happened.
Oh, you got miracles.
This country, there were things that have happened that God wiped from me because of his mercy. A promise that he made to this world, that he would never let you go through more than you can handle. There are things that I've seen and things that this world has gone through that was more than this world could handle. And God has taken that from us.
Yeah.
He put it back to a state of its normalcy.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother, you can look at me.
Well, brother, man, like I say, I don't know.
You can speak to me as if I'm crazy, but I'm trying to tell you something that you already believe in, because you know that Jesus had to come. You know that this day had to come. You know that you are standing up for something. I'm just trying to tell you that you know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure I appreciate it, but I don't think I really need that right now. But I appreciate the offer.
I got a whole page. Page with 100 videos.
Well, yeah. So
you're more than welcome to look at them at any time.
All right, brother, man. I will. I might get a chance around and checking them out. But all right, brother. I appreciate speaking with you.
Appreciate speaking with you also.
So yeah, y'all, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. If I ain't got any more questions, I'm gonna end it on that note.
What's wrong with these people, man? They losing their mind? My goodness. They want to be crazy. What the hell wrong with them?
A lot, man. Vain imagination. A lot.
Voice? You ain't heard no voice?
Mm-hmm.
You want to be Christ. You got a plan on the table? Do you have a Father following you everywhere you go? No. Have you seen him? No. Have you heard him? No. You know what the hell you talking about? No. Because I don't believe you. I will follow you around the corner to the candy store. Now you like those apples, sir. I'd like to meet you face to face. Because we're going to meet on the battlefield. And you're going to be on your knees crying. It's shame, sir. We listen to your rhetoric. Well, we'll see are you true or not. Where the real Christ Jesus stand up. Because he knows who he is. We don't know who you are or who you claiming to be. You know what time it is. As we get closer and closer, all the wolves gonna come out. We ready. You better have your act together. Cause we cutting you. You ain't with this mission, step aside. Sit in the corner with your thumb in your mouth. And watch the show. That's what you do. The gloves are off. I'm tired of people lying. No more.
Yeah.
When I hit the church, they in trouble. That's all I got to say.
Well, yeah, y'all. I don't think I really got too much, y'all, but we do got the clubhouse available, y'all. So it's gonna be up and running. So y'all could join it, but everything else, y'all, I'm gonna close down. Yo, what's up, yo? Who's yo? I'm from Ethiopia. I got an Ethiopian flag. I don't see the flag, y'all. Peace. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Peace and blessings, brother.
All right, peace. I'm gonna leave the clubhouse gonna be open, y'all.